You know what? I'm keeping it. We're keeping it. It's keeping it. It's keep being kept in the VOD. Fuck you. Is it Friday? Did you see the repo Fortnite skin? It is cursed. What? Hold up. Now, hold up. We just got started and you're already fucking distracting me. A repo collaboration with Fortnite is launching soon. Okay, what does the fucking skin look like? Why did they put the fucking... They put him in the stretcher. They put him on the fucking rack. I wish I could find like a more clear I wish I could find a more clear image. Hold up, I could probably just like Google like image search. Nope, it's not your own image search. But it's just the repo bot, but like extended. So you the clear image. Hold up. Thank you. Those legs go all the way up. Open link. This sucks. That just looks incorrect. I guess to be fair, like they need to have the model be like somewhat close to the pre-programmed they body. To quote someone else where they yassified him. What? Look at the fucking. They put him on the goddamn rack. They stretched his limbs out. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. It's definitely upsetting. It's because it's like they have like various hitboxes, but they need to kind of conform to like the human proportions, and the repo bots very much do not do that. And then when you do that, you kind of have to like you have to like very heavily like you have to reinterpret this shit. I'm trying to think if there's like a single like enemy they could have gone with. They could have gone with the fucking the slow walkie sledgehammer man. Look at them legs. The legs go all the way up. I hate it though. They could have gone with sledgehammer man. They could have gone with maybe alien boy. Like these are options, but I guess to be fair, the Reaper bot is the most distinct in terms of visual appeal. Okay. I'm looking at this and I'm like, looks cute so far, but also I'm not super sold on the way I did the tail. So I'm look, Lexi, what the hell? Welcome on in, you sweet bean. Oh my god, I will my Spanish speaking ass looks at Dell and I'm like, that's not a name. I won't lie. So my brain immediately defaults to Luxie. Welcome on in, though, Dell. How you doing, you sweet bean? Here, let me get the Twitch shout out for you. Welcome on in, Blade of Mori. Welcome on in, Dell. Welcome on in, Drift King. Glad you, sweet beans. How are you doing, big cat? Hopefully you're doing well. Well, let's see, what were you up to? Oh, that's right, you were doing art. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to lurk too heavily. You know, I unfortunately had to like pop out at some point. So, but hopefully art was good. I absolutely love the Robin outfit you made for your Sony yesterday. So. If you've not already seen him, Dell is a heckin' super sweet, very big, soft cat boy. Cat man. Blade of Mori, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the chat. Glad you, sweet bean. Doing so good. I finished the lineup for 4 cat boy. What cat? Oh, all right, cat man then. Cat feline man. I'll feel, man. I'll feel you. Nope, can't be that out of pocket. What is wrong with me today? I'm so out of pocket. I don't know what's going on. It's my brand. Fair enough. But no, I finished the lineup for whole emotes. That's wild though. Feline man. Listen, I mean, what? Listen, all I'm saying. Big cat men, 10 out of 10 design. Always a big fan of big cat men, whether they're big and strong or big and soft. But no, I'm working on this. This is an orb. This is a borb. It is currently John. Let's go, John. Welcome on in, John. Glad I wish the same double raid. Here, let me get But no, here, look at the Twitch out for you as well. John, thank you for the follow. Good luck. Check that out. You sweeping. Unfortunately, you raided just after someone else, so it's gonna take like 30 seconds for the cooldown raid. Today, we're just starting with chaos. You know what? I'm here for it, but also this is, in fact, like, this is a little bit more chaotic than usually my Friday streams. Ignore the very slow-moving Borb missile. Here, let me see if I can get the shout out for you. But welcome on in. We actually just had a raid in from Deluxey, the heckin' big soft cat man, feline man. And also, welcome on in, John. What were you up to? Were you also doing art? The Borb 2 on Starky. Listen, they do that. I love Venian. Venian is very powerful. Venian has some consistency. I was lurking on Dell, so yeah, I decided to raid here as well. Oh, fair enough. Okay, so you already are aware of it. But welcome on in. We literally just we're just now getting started. So this is I have a redeem where I was drawing a plushie. Heck yeah. Welcome on the cost. Like that, have you, sweet bean. This is a redeem where I do, you know, I basically turn viewers into orbs. Here, let me pull up one of the other ones that's completed. Who did I do recently? Chaos. Yeah, we actually did Chaos's recently. Chaos is a beetle. So I orbed the beetle, and yeah, we got some stuff like this. I forgot that I pondered thy orb. Yeah, we got everything is a little bit better when it's orbed. Welcome on, Slime Rat. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to live check. Glad to have you, sweet bean. All right, but yeah, no, we are currently working on an orb for Ruffles, who is a bird. Oh, hold up a moment. Let me hide that real quick. I'm picking back up after like tinkering a little bit with the design. I'm not super huge on how the tail feathers are looking, so I'm probably gonna update those. But yeah, this is who we're drawing. Oh, nope, that's not right. There we go. But yeah, so these are little orb creatures. I kind of want to start making them for friends as well. But yeah, no, it's been like a lot of fun, like learning to do art and being able to like do these. Welcome on in, welcome on in, Linux. Glad to have you, sweet bean. Can we shout out for debt? It's been a while since I've properly been here. Cool to see you've learned to draw. Yeah. I'm trying to think of like, because I have made a lot of progress in my art. Like these orbs are relatively static in how they've like progressed, even though I have gotten better as time has gone on. But if you want to see something that I've been working on more recently, it is notably a gift. It is going to be a surprise gift. But yeah, this is one of the things I worked on somewhat recently for a friend whose birthday is coming up soon. So, luckily I was able to stream it because, he's busy, so he isn't able to stop by. But yeah, this is one of my more recent pieces, and I'm really proud of it because of all this took a fuck ton of work to make. So yeah, this is the stuff I do when I'm not like orbing people, even though I do quite enjoy the process of orbing people. But yeah, hopefully everyone's week's been going all right. Happy Heckin' Friday. Okay, I have to fix the tail feathers though, because I'm looking at those and I'm like, I mean, they're fine, but they clash a little bit with what I'm trying to do. So, but yeah, no. I'm trying to think of like what all happened today, and the answer is not a whole lot. You orbiting people, I plushify them. I mean, yeah. To be fair, it's like this is kind of like my way of practicing a chibi style. Oh, Exothermic Goblin, thank you for the follow. Welcome to live chat. Glad to have you, sweet bean. So I give it a run. They're so good, and your whole setup is fantastic. Gotta rest my hands and voice for sure. No. Trust me, I've been there. Like the post raid like liquefaction where you just like turn into a pile of goop in your chair. I've been there. But no, go rest your hands. Go rest your voice. Make sure to make some tea if you got it. And yeah. And also, that same expression of care and understanding it also extends to you, John. If you gotta like if you gotta do self-care after stream, because God knows I mean I give a lot of myself to my stream. But it's I see a pet redeem. Thank you for the pets. I keep forgetting to do that. I don't know. It's just fun to awawa. I've actually never played Final Fantasy 14. Oh, that's not fair. I got through character creation of Final Fantasy 14, and then didn't actually start any of the missions. I don't know. MMOs are just like so daunting for me. Like they're really like a daunting prospect to be like, oh, hey, look at this, you know, look at all of this this stuff you gotta do. Like it activates the like part of my brain that's like executive dysfunction where I'm like, you know, even though it's like one quest, my brain's like, there's still a ton more.
Good news, I've upgraded my musical tastes. Bad news, my glorp privileges were revoked.
My glorp privileges were revoked? What do you mean your glorp privileges? What did you do? What are glorp privileges? Are they rats? But yeah, no, that little rat is Crisp. He's my TTS bot. All right. Why did I do this? I probably should have like actually looked at this to clean this up like before like saving and quitting for the day, because this just looks like ass. It looks like booty butt cheeks. But yeah, no, I just remember the song Bloop and his Glorp. I mean, Glorp is the... like, Glorp's the alien cat. But no, this song's a kind of a banger. There was actually, like... for those of you watching Amazing Digital Circus, this song matches up horrifyingly well with the intermission from, like, episode 5. Like, someone overlaid the, like... They took the chorus of this song and overlaid it over the intermission animation, and it's like it is actually like it you could convince me that like this song or that animation was made specifically for the other. It kind of reminds me of the story of what's it called? Cats on Mars and the mushroom episode of Cowboy Bebop, where like there was just such synergy that people they're like, yeah, we made the mushroom episode of Cowboy Bebop because the music team made Cats on Mars, and the music team's like, what the fuck are you talking about? We made Cats on Mars because you had the mushroom episode. It's like no one really knows what inspired the other. Welcome on to Sick Val. Good to sweet bean. All right, cleanup time is almost done. Admittedly, it's one of the things where it's like the thick outline does look good, but it definitely makes working on this a little annoying. You know, I guess I feel like that's the entire process of art. The entire process of art is like, it's annoying, but it looks good. All right, let me go and clean up these edges, because otherwise, I guess I feel like no one's going to notice this shit, but I will. This is so cute. I love it. Yeah, or the heckin' Borb with the hat. Admittedly, I need to add like a couple more details, like you know, cleaning up the tails, but then I need to add like, because the hair is very much hair. The hair is very I don't know like the term for it, but it's like long spikes. So I need to probably like add some of that like to the hair feathers. Slick back? Maybe. I don't think we go super heavy. Just like light implications. Okay. But yeah, no. I'm trying to think of like, you know, what all is going on with my life. The answer's not a whole lot. I'm going to get Indian food tomorrow for my birthday, which is kind of nice. Very, very delayed birthday event, but you know, better late than never, I suppose. I'll be honest with you. Like, I feel like it's one of those things where like as time goes on, you know, I tend to be like pretty blah about my birthday. It's not like, you know, there's a lot of people for whom like they consider it like a cursed date. And I definitely get that. Like, I don't necessarily have the same association, but I can kind of understand where that, like, that kind of gut reaction can come from, but okay. Happy belated Born Day, Starkey, for sure. I appreciate it. It was a little bit over a week ago now, so, well, yeah, no, that tends to be like, I don't know, that tends to be how, like, a life happens as you're an adult. It's like, like, life, how did the egg feel? I hate, that's a very cursed way of saying that, but I respect it. I don't like it, but I respect it. Okay. There you go. How's it being the winner? That's a more cursed one. I hate it. To be fair, there's like, if memory serves, there's, I don't, because like, I'm not a biologist by fucking any stretch of the imagination, but I want to say that there was something to the effect of like, it's not actually the first sperm to get to the egg that's the winner. It's like whichever one pushes in first. And like that actually can like vary meaningfully. Where like, I don't know. I feel like it's one of those things where it's like it's there's some people who are like use it as motivational. I'm just like, I don't know. It feels like a random number generation happened there, basically. Oh, Wolf Player, thank you for the follow. Welcome to Glad Check. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. Okay. Part of me wants to do more with the wing, but I'm also like, I probably should have done that at the sketch layer if I'm gonna do it anywhere. I think the hydrate. But yeah. So tomorrow is Indian food and groceries, and then Sunday is going to be melting into a pile of gelatinous sludge. I don't know. I feel like I've done that like the last couple of weekends haven't actually been like so busy where I've needed to do things, but I still just feel like perpetually exhausted. It's turning 28. It's what it'll do it to you. It'll sap away any hope and or energy that you've had. Okay, here. New raster layer. That's going to be inks, and let's go ahead and snag the colors from here. Okay. Oh, okay. That's fine. Okay. I'm sure there's like better ways to be doing this, but oh, hold up. Actually, yeah, I probably want to do the color select first. Like do the fill in first. Here. Where is it? Okay, and now invert selected area. Nope, that's not the right layer. Perfect. I'm really grateful. Like, I think if there's like one thing that's really helped me a ton with like learning how to do art is having people. I mean, technically speaking, it's not incorrect, but I love the weird lyrics of Jack Stauber songs. Yeah, the dude's very, very interesting. He's almost like he's like more laid back Neil C. Ciariga. Because like Neil C. Ciariga also has very weird lyrics, but he's a lot more high energy. Okay. Okay. Starky, after stream, I need your advice on if I'm overthinking on things on a serious matter, if that's okay. I mean, I can definitely offer a perspective. Although, like, I will be, immediately, like, I'll be basically like rating and then immediately yeeting myself, because I do have plans yet tonight. So I will try to get back to you as quickly as possible, but no guarantee. Okay. No rush? Okay. Welcome on in, Corvid Bubble. Glad to have you sweeping. Good show for Corvid. But you know, like, today's been like a weird day. I don't know how to describe it. Just like the funk. Okay, but like here. Like there's just been like a weird funk around me. And not the fun type of funk. Here, let me hide that paper. But no, hopefully you're doing well, Corvin. I need to have like a spot where like, hold up, let me actually like, I think I need to expand the number of people who can like potentially like, because I have the on-air thing and that's been working out relatively well, but I think having more people in the group, TK, welcome on in. Can you show for TK Seekid? How you holding up, big guy? Welcome on in, Ruffles. You got here just in time as we're about to start coloring you in. Here. Okay, let me go ahead and bring this down here. Oh shit, I need to get I'm doing good, doing some drawing. Heck yeah. Honestly, it like makes me really happy to hear people are like, yeah, I'm gonna draw alongside you, Starky, because it means that like I'm an inspiration. No, but like, you know, it's that just that feeling of like, you know, knowing that. Oh god, I just realized I forgot to do pupils. Why do I always do that? I always forget. Yes, okay. Apply transformation here. I always forget to do pupils. I'm popping a lurk. I'm about to play Crow Country. Heck yeah. I need to give that game a try at some point. Parpy for Starky for the pupils. I really do. Every single time. Which is, you know, funny because they're probably the like single most important part of the eye. There we go. Welcome on, Ileana. How you doing, you sweet bean? Pupils are optional. See, I guess to be fair, we did get rated into someone who notably does not have pupils, which was Dell earlier. It was to the point where I was just like, I was tempted to ask, I was like, hey, Saber, is there a reason you're not, you know, putting in Dell's eyes? And I'm like, oh wait, Dell just doesn't have pupils, which I think is like a very fascinating choice because I see like a lot of like. Okay. Like, I definitely see people that use like black sclera for like their Sona, and that's definitely like an interesting choice, you know, in its own right, but like entirely foregoing pupils is wild. Exhausted from being a tour guide. Hope you're well. I'm doing all right. You know, as well as can reasonably be expected, I suppose. But no, are you are you showing a bunch of people around Japan? But no, like being the tour guide actually is like very, very exhausting. 2012 gym to eat what I want. Yeah. Honestly, I respect that. Although, like, you know, I personally want to like I want to go to the gym and just like beef up. It's one of those things where it's like if I had the energy and time, but unfortunately, it's your guide for 8 family members and partial translator. Oh god. Yeah, that sounds exhausting. That sounds deeply, deeply exhausting. God. I'm trying to like the equivalent of like, I guess to be fair, it would be a little bit easier for me because like if anywhere that I could go to speak Spanish, my brother also speaks Spanish. So like I wouldn't need to play like full translator, but I guess I'll probably do that at some point when I move up to Canada. Eventually, whenever the gods will it. There we go. Welcome on an Aquaborb. Glad to have you, sweet bean. Check off Starky mentions Canada on your bingo card. My VPN is borking my internet. All right. I believe we got a shout out for Corvid. Buenos dias. Buenos dias. ¿Cómo está? It's ¿Cómo estás? I'm not, so I know that the difference between está and estás is basically how informal your relationship with someone is. I guess to be fair, like the está is like I would presume that como está would be more like you would use that in like a formal dinner setting. So it'd be como estás. Está is a way formal. Okay. Okay, so it would basically always be está or estás instead. Again, like it's one of those things where it's like I know, you know, it's one of those like silent things that like is the case, that you don't really think about until like you really delve into the culture aspect. The way they've been treating me lately, it's off on the daily. Tell you things you want to hear, they say, well, how do you love her? This song's a fucking banger. Man, you know where it goes. She's been moving so fast. I've been taking it slow, and change is the funniest thing. You see, I'm not at the end of it. I'm not at the end of it. Not many people care. Fair enough. You know, it's one of those things where it's like it's mostly just like, you know. But no, I need to interact more with other Spanish speakers. I've started hanging around a lot more Spanish speaking streams. Welcome on to Braxmark. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. I started hanging around a lot more Spanish speaking streams in the hopes of like gaining more practice. Oh, hold up. I just realized I was on the wrong layer this entire puta. But no, I want to. I've been trying my best to hang around more Spanish speaking streams to like kind of get more of a sense for the language. And I feel like I've made a lot of progress. Well, I've only had one boomer demand I use formal speech with them. Okay, that's fair. But no, like if there's one big thing, it's like I feel confident with like my understanding of like the various forms of Spanish verbs. I just need to expand my vocabulary. And like I feel like that's like the part of it that's like a lot more difficult than you would reasonably expect. Whereas, you know, in the context of like if you're born and raised in the culture, it's pretty easy. But like outside of that, it's like, you know, like there's a lot of words that like, you know, because it's way easier for me to embrace English because I speak English. Like I speak English at a fairly high level. So like, you know, the idea of like approaching someone and trying to speak the way I speak English is a bit daunting because I tend to be like I'm very articulate to the point where like one of my friends actively laughs whenever I fuck up in English because he's like, you're you're usually so well spoken that every time you fuck up, it's it's like watching a puppy fall over. It's like I'm just like, well, but no, I would like to get to that level of you know, expressiveness in Spanish, Español pilled. But yeah, no, that's one of those things that's going to be a process, so. Okay. I need to look at your hat. So what's going on with the hat? We got the 3 feathers, which are representing... Okay, so... Okay, black hat, and then, yeah. Well, rice is healthy enough. No, speaking different language is hard. You can start by properly saying the words first, then you can slowly warm up the dialect. It's one of those things where I speak, like, I definitely have an accent. I know that for a fact. But like when writing, I actually like I'm very confident in regards to my writing to the point where I'm still so fucking embarrassed. Because when I was in Mixty Arts stream, I guess I'm not telling the story. I'm not telling the story because Garian's like here to silence me. Can you show up for Garian?
Well, no more.
There's so many different Spanish. That's the thing. That's the part with Spanish that I struggle with the most. Is there's so many different types of Spanish, where it's just like, how the fuck? Yeah, shut up, Burb. Can we show up for Garian? But no. So, you know, I was, you know, typing away in Mixty's stream, and then I was like, I wanted to ask him like, hey, how many years have you been drawing? And then I forgot, because you know, I don't have a Spanish keyboard, and I didn't remember off the top of my head the alt code for the Enye. So I was like, oh yeah, let me, you know, I'll just type, you know, I'll type an N. I'll type an N, and it'll be fine. ¿Cuántos años están dibujando? Is how you say that in Spanish. But if you say cuántos años están dibujando, which is what I typed, it's how many buttholes have you drawn? Which is like, I mean, that's also a valid question, but it's a little bit more forward than Starky. Listen, I know all code now. I know the all code for NEA now. That is a mistake you make exactly once. The NEA's all code is 164. He's probably drawn quite... I mean, to be fair, I don't think because I followed Misty for a bit, I don't think he's ever drawn, like, I don't think I've seen him ever, like, do art with butthole. Usually it's just, like, usually it's pull instead of hole. But no, I was so fucking embarrassed. I had it's one of those fucking things. It's one of those things, too, where I was like... you could always cheat and use NY. That's fair. But it's one of those things, too, where like I sent a message and I'm like, yeah, he'll understand it. Then as soon as I hit enter, my brain is like, ano means asshole, ano means asshole, ano means ano means a yes. And I'm just like, well, I will now accept my death. Making peace with my death. It's just a fucking disaster. To be fair, he took it in good humor, which I appreciate, because that's one of those things where it's like, you know, I'm trying to think of like there's an equivalent, like, you know, I guess fair, like in English, anything, like you can turn just about anything into a euphemism. But like I'm trying to think if there's like an equivalent of like in English where if you like misspeak, it goes from like a common word to like a very, very not very sexual term. And I don't really think we have one of those. I'm trying to think of like an example. To be fair, at least that's an advanced fuck up, to be fair. I knew enough Spanish to fuck up on that level to be, you know, cuántos años están dibujando. Like that's you have to know at least a little bit of Spanish to fuck up on that level. But no, it'll be like, you know, I'll talk in chats, and then people will, you know, usually when I'm a little bit less completely fucking moronic, you know, I'll be typing, and you know, and they'll be like, oh hey, like, you know, someone who knows Spanish. I think the example I went with was I can't remember where it was, but I was into someone's chat for the first time, and I'm like, yeah, you know, I made enchiladas, but they're too hot. Says, estoy comiendo enchilada, pero es caliente. Caliente is not the right word there. Caliente is specifically temperature hot. They have a different word for spicy hot, which is picante. And that was what I meant, but they immediately picked up as like, oh wait, no, you're looking for picante, not caliente. And up until that point, I've been talking for a bit, and he was like, yeah, I did not click that you were, I did not, I did not, you know, realize that you weren't a native Spanish speaker until you fucked that up. And I'm like, God damn it. Do you find that yeah, they can't, like, that's an instance where it can be both. But no, like that's one of those things where it's like, I'd like to practice my Spanish enough where, like, you know, people don't immediately clock that I'm, you know, estoy tan gringo. Picante is all about context. I suppose that's fair. But yeah, Spanish is like a lot of fun. I think the thing that scares me about Spanish is very much the it very much is the like the because English hot can be different in temperature and spice, but there are two different words in Spanish. Caliente basura, hot garbage. Pregante. Pregante does I'm trying to remember, because there's Embarazado means pregnant. I remember, I guess embarazada. It should always be embarazada unless, you know, you're in the furry community. At least in Chile, picante can mean either spicy or is slang for lower class people. Preñado I've also heard. Wait, hold up a moment. Shouldn't it be preñada? The feminine version of pregnant? Again, part of the furry community, empreg is a thing. Preñado is definitely telling on yourself. I think embarazado is definitely the more common, it's probably the most common mistake that people make with Spanish. It was one of those things where it's, I think like the example that mi profesora in high school always talked about was, because, you know, she didn't want to talk about embarazado. She was like, yeah, it's, sopa means soup, not soap. And I'm like, you know what? That makes sense. I didn't, because I'd always thought of sopa as soup. But it makes sense that someone's default reaction. Thank you for posting Pregurby. I hate it. Welcome on to Resume and Nom. I'm glad I was speaking. This is a show for Nom. I made that mistake in front of my Spanish class because I rarely use avergonzado. Is that another word for pregnant? What's up, Chris?
Fun fact, StarkyMorph does not lay eggs, nor can he get pregnant. However, he can asexually produce orbs using his nano machines.
Yes.
That's kinda like giving birth if you think about it.
Don't hurt yourself with that stretching. Also, when I learned English, I really thought that embarrassing meant embarazado because their pronunciation is nearly the same. That's gotta be really fucking funny as a native Spanish speaker to hear someone go like, oh, you know, I was so embarrassed. I'm very pregnant. Me when I'm pregnant. Oh god, my brain is cooked. There's something in the air today where I'm extra fucking grim. I don't know what happened. I'm so embarrassed. Like you just get like a very earnest and meaning like Spanish speaker. You get a very earnest meaning Spanish speaker person, like a very, you know, earnest Spanish speaking person who doesn't really understand English, and he's like, you're like telling a story and it's like, oh gosh, I'm so embarrassed. He's just like offers you like fucking chocolate and support. He's trying his best to be supportive because he thinks you're pregnant. God, I'm so pregnant. This has turned into this is the kind of energy you'd feel like in terms at least of egnancy. This is a chai stream energy we got going on here. Other thing I thought when I was learning English, I thought Snickerdoodle was a funny drawing. Like, wait, is Snicker like is it oh wait, you mean Snicker is in laugh, like laugh drawing instead of the cookie. Yeah, that like so that you know, my Spanish speaking mi profesora always said idiomatic language like that, which is like snicker laugh doodle is drawing. But yeah, no, mi profesora always talked about how idiomatic language like that is the hardest aspect to learn about a different language. Oh, I get it. Good dad joke. But it's not intentionally a dad joke. I think that was like earnestly like trying to engage with the language. A dumb thought I had. I wonder what Starky's opinion is on scarecrows. Listen, I'm not gonna begrudge any farmer out there who wants to protect his crops, but also don't try and scarecrow me. Well, come on to Fine Point. Glad I have a sweet bean. But no, it's stuff like that where I'm like, because I look up shit like that all the time. There was the one that drove me like where it was like it clicked really quickly, but it was also so I was lurking at chat and someone said buenas. And I was like, buenas, I don't recognize that. This apparently because the Spanish word for good is buenas. But they take the B and the U and there's like buenas. They just don't pronounce the B. Wait, do you even go down to nas? That's actually wild. Weenus. That's a different type. That's a different kind of energy. Bird, welcome on Eagle Jalapeno. Glad to have you, sweet bean. Here. Let's start to get some of the coloring out of the way. Buenas, good day, or basically hello. Yeah, I figured that out relatively. I guess to be fair, like, you know, it's just good. Because usually you say, you know, buenos dias. Depends on the region. You can say buena or buena. God, I think that's the thing that scares me the most about Spanish, is it really is like there are so many like regional kind of dialects or like specific things you have to kind of keep in mind. Where like, you know, because I remember hearing a story about like I can't remember, I don't think it was like a politician. It was someone who was like he went to a country and they were asking him, was like, hey, what's your favorite thing about visiting the country? And he was like, I love the mangoes here. You know, it's me amo los mangos aquí. And to his knowledge, like he wasn't aware that in that specific country, mangoes was slang for vagina. Also, welcome on, Big O. Glad to have you, sweet bean. So he's like, yeah, I like... He basically was like, I like the coochie here. And that's the kind of shit that fucking scares me, man. I don't want to say like a perfectly normal sentence and have it be misconstrued like that. That shit scares me. Or no, I don't think it was mangoes. I think it was papaya. Me encantan las papayas aquí. Hold up. It's like, that's the kind of shit where I'm just like, that's the fucking eternal fear. Finchy! Welcome on in, Finchy. Give me a shout for Finchy. I go work. Go get some work. Go take care of yourself, you sweet yote. Go give sweet yote shave Starky for me. What do you mean shave? What do you mean shave? There's not even feathers. Technically the feathers are just goo. If you shave me all the way, if you shave me until there's no goo, there's nothing. That's a horrifying prospect. Papaya slang. Wait, what? How would someone say mangoes are pussies as a fruit staple in El Salvador? I like I said, it might have been papaya. Apparently it is Cuban. Or Latin Caribbean for papaya can be slang for Vaguba. But no, like that's like that's like the horror scenario for me, is I'm like, well, I just can never come back. Well, I'm glad I visited the one time. I will never return. Farewell for eternity. It's like it's actually just like a jump scare. Okay. Let's see. I could probably let's work on the hair. Even though papaya is good, why would they make a fruit a slang? Because apparently, if you open up a papaya, it looks like a Georgia O'Keeffe painting. I don't remember if I can't remember if Georgia O'Keeffe is actually like unironically bi / like into women, but she draws a lot of yonic flowers. Vocab term of the day: yonic is the female equivalent of phallic. I get for English is a popping a cherry. To be honest, that's a phrase, not a singular term. But no, like that's. I try to like. To be fair, like I think the closest analogous thing would be like in English is pussy. If you're like someone's like, oh yeah, like, you know, he goes to a cat you know, he goes to a cat you know, sanctuary, or like a cat like someone goes to a cat sanctuary or cat cafe, is like, I love the pussy here. It's like, okay, you probably could have chosen a slightly different word. I'm sure there's like the slang word for papaya, and there's like probably another, like, you know, colloquial term for papaya where they mean just the fruit. It's just one of those things where it's like, you know, it's no matter how hard you try, there's always going to be sex jokes. But I actually do love a good papaya. I will shave you instead. To be honest with you, I am like, there is a part of me that wants to like make like find my friends and then like. Question with the lewd phrase of popping the cherry: would you accidentally be? What would be accidentally biting the pit? I think in this turn of phrase, the pit would be the clitoris. You don't want to bite the clitoris. Oh God, what? No. I'm so sorry for any lady viewers I have. That's probably the equivalent. That is like probably the female equivalent of like getting kicked in the balls. I'm so sorry to just verbally say that. Oh God, have mercy. What is wrong with me today? All right. Sorry, ladies. Having the thought of teeth in the clip must have been a nightmare. It's the Uno reverse card of vagina dentata. I really need to just I need to stop saying words. There's a movie based on that idea. God damn it. Never mind. Apparently chat is entirely in sync with my brain waves. Nom and I entirely operating on the same fucking wavelength. I don't know if I should be proud or horrified. I think both. I'm gonna go with both. I am proud and horrified. Yeah, the vagina bites the men, not the other way around. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, listen, it could be worse. It could be, oh my God, okay. I need to tell you all about a foundational memory, not for me, but for my brother. Because there is a famously awful movie. And if I ever do, if I ever want to do like a deeply cursed community night, I might like pull it up on my Discord and watch it with y'all. It's called Bad Biology. And this is a movie that like, it's basically porn. But the like, while watching this movie, they played a drinking game, and the first rule of the drinking game was take 7 shots. Because the first line of that movie is, I was born with 7 clitorises. What's the plural? Biting a dick off my brother in the same sentence sounds like a bad time. Again, I'm sorry, women. I'm sorry to the women.
A woman. What?
Well, come on, Chaos. Oh, you are missing me. Just absolutely losing my mind. Well, come on, how you doing, you sweet bean?
Rats.
Huh? What did Starky to woman?
Girl, yes. You are invited to my haunted house. If you don't come, I will take away all your Jaffe products and pour Millie Bobby Brown on you.
Oh
your
my
flop
God.
era is low-key showing.
I have no idea what any of those words mean, and to be honest with you, I don't think I want to. What's up, Chris?
Starky, I hope you have a perfect day today. Really get the full 10 out of 10 day.
Holy shit, banger. What is this? This is the Ketchup song? By the band Las Ketchup. Welcome on in, Chaos. Welcome on in, neighbors. Got all your sweet beans. Hey, Starky, look at today's date. Yeah, it's 10:10. But no. That sushi dance emote is actually like, I'm so glad it's a small part of my screen. I actually feel like that like could meaningfully activate someone's like photosensitive epilepsy. Anyway, did someone's dick get bitten off? No, but a dick fucked its way through the building in Bad Biology. It's complicated. It's not complicated, it's convoluted. It's not even convoluted, it's just dumb. I'm like, excuse me? Y'all, Bad Biology is a hell of a movie. Also, Stargate made Art of Papa? Heck yeah, I beg your finest pardon. Do you... You beg my finest pardon? Then beg. That's what I hate. I'll be honest with you, I could not tell you what any of this means. Was someone breasting boobly in the movie as well? I mean, the movie is entirely centered around basically someone like a nymphomaniac and a satyriatic. So is this song like a famous like meme in Hispanic cultures? It's literally the chorus of the song. You know what? This is oh god, what's the name of the hip hop to the hippity hippity hop, you don't stop rocking the bang bang boogie, so jump the boogie to the rhythm to the boogie to the beat. Hold up, what is that fucking name of that song? This is yes, it's rap. This is Hispanic Rapper's Delight. It's a meme song that became super viral, and it's literally a banger. It's Hispanic Rapper's Delight. What's up, Crisp?
Please, I beg for your pardon, please. I have a wife, my bed, and kids, my fridge.
Your kids are your food? Does that mean every if food is your children, does that mean every mealtime is just vor? Fun fact, the chorus is more or less Spanish gibberish, but the guy the song is about is trying to sing Rapper's Delight by the Sugar Hill Gang, but doesn't know the lyrics. Wait, I actually fucking got it right? Wait, no, you're kidding. I was no fucking shot. Wait, hold up. It was the fridge itself, the food that's in it. Oh, okay. Hold up, I thought I changed that setting. Song request. User levels. Allowed user level for no. Viewer. Yeah, you should have access. Viewers should be able to put up to 2 songs in, unless you already have a couple of songs in. Hold up, let me look at the queue real quick. Let me see if you are Nope, that's still broken. I love this for me. I love. No, I think it counted the one. Oh, okay, I see. But wait, is the Ketchup song actually referencing the Sugar Hill Gang's Rappers Gangs? Is it Rappers Paradise or Gangsta's? It's not Gangsta's Paradise. It's Rappers Paradise. I think so. Yeah, that's wild. That like I actually I take a little bit of credit in being able to spot that. You know, like that popping up. Because otherwise I'm very white. The only rapper I listen to is Kendrick Lamar. In part because like, you know, in part because the beef between Kendrick Lamar and Drake was fucking spectacular, and goddamn if every single one of those songs isn't a fucking masterpiece. But yeah, no, like I struggle a little bit with rap. I think it's the genre I have the hardest time understanding. That's awful. I look like the fucking mosquito from the original Rayman game. I hate it. Why would you do this to me, Cornflake? Why, SpongeBob? Why didn't you do your essay? Beautiful. All right. But no. It's one of these where it's like I actually kind of want to like learn a lot more of like Hispanic meme culture, because I feel like it's got to be fascinating. Because I still haven't gotten my new Jaffe products from me. I don't sell Jaffe products. It's got to be a different bird named Starky. Listen, I can't be associated with her. The missing bodies are a little bit too incriminating. Yes, you do. I know. To be fair, I do know Jaffe is a very much a bit of meme culture from I think it's at least Brazil, where like she's big meme culture. I don't know if all of South America is in on that one. I know where you hit the bodies. No, you don't. It doesn't deny it. Just says you do not know where I hit the bodies. Yes, I do. Give me the exact coordinates down to the microsecond. What a bet. Yeah. I do like the story of like there's some wild stories from 4chan, but there was definitely the one story about the person who just like straight up admitted that he killed people and hid their bodies, and then like when a certain when a very rare random user ID was given out, he's like, okay, here's where the bodies are hidden. He was digging out the early 2000s Spanish songs. This feels like something that this feels like something that would be on like this would be like a Pokemon. I'm kind of here for the multicultural sharing though. Who the fuck added Oreja de Van Gogh? Ear of Van Gogh? The song's name is Van Gogh's Ear. Starky would love the name of this band. January 20th? The name of the band is Enero, is 20 de Enero, which is January 20th. The band is called Ear of Van Gogh, and the song is January 20th. 66 degrees, 33. That's where the bodies are. Hold up. I'm looking at Google because I feel like that's a very specific coordinate address. If I feed this into Google, where does it take me? So it takes me deep into the Nunavut territory in Canada. There's nothing nearby. That's fascinating. I knew it. You're the motherfucker. You're the one who posted the coordinates in chat. You should have known it before I said that. I do love that you can just Google random coordinates. All right. This is just confirmation. If it's confirmation, why am I also confused? Okay. What colors? Okay, so I think the colors are the same. How are you doing in this fine day? Any gay is a powerful segue tool. I respect it. Hold up. I think it's control right click. Okay. Selection from layer. Selection from layer, create selection. Now layer mask. I'm doing, all things considered, I'm doing okay. Which is, you know, better than reasonably could be expected. Control, are you controlling us? I try, but I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Y'all are creatures. Y'all are gremlins. Y'all are little monster creatures up there. So I do a poor job of it. Nope, that's the opposite of what I want to be doing. Layer mask, masks outside selection. There we go. Okay, so I need to grab the deeper color here, Which, are you even different? No, it's literally the same color. Okay, perfect. But yeah. Listen, I only control people on request. What? Nope, nope, nope. Should not have admitted that to live on Twitch, on twitch.tv. Oh, God. Okay, it's fine. Girl. I swear to God, there's something fucking wrong with me today. I'm just talking the most out-of-pocket shit any person has ever talked. Wait, what the fuck? You do weddings? Not since the incident. Blame the Spanish. I think you know what? I think it probably is. I think it probably is the fault of the Spanish. Considering I was out of pocket earlier in Saber's stream. Maybe this is just the way that I am now. No one expects a Spanish song redeem. Pretty please? Listen, I would, but it, you know, they took away my license to marry other people after the incident. Just keep referring to the incident. Just keep, you know what? That's going to be new stream lore. New stream lore is we just keep referring to an incident with no explicable pattern. Just keep assigning shit to the incident. My friend's father-in-law's a bitch and in need of control. Listen, I consent, consent, motherfucker. But no, like I do get that sometimes. Sometimes you just want to like take the fucking hacks out of their brain and just fix people. You know, you're like, I care about this person, but they're kind of they're kind of an asshole. I wish I could just take like a pick to their brain and fix them. New Streamlord, the StarkyMorph noodle incident. Yes, you were all here for the start of the noodle incident. You know the noodle incident. Starky wants to pick my brain. No. Welcome on, Kusa. Go to shout for Kusalite. How you doing, you sweet bean? You sweet yo. But no, we're mad vibing. Think about Gixer for the hydrate. Looks like my mods are asleep at the wheel. That's fine. Here, let me sneak the shit out for Kusa in. I'm hot as fuck. Absolutely. 10 out of 10. Would smooch Kusa with consent. What is this song? Oh, it's an actual Cupcake song. Well, excuse me, what the fuck is it? One of my bed bugs ate my pussy? I'll be honest with you, that's a bit daunting. I would not experience that. Currently mopping the floor, my glasses fell in the dirty water bucket. Bucket water, I cleaned them, but I heard a nice voice in my room. It was you. How dare you? How dare you compliment my voice? The thing that I'm very insecure about. Even though I don't really have a reason to be insecure about my voice, so it's just like, I go back to mopping. Have fun mopping. How did she come up with these lyrics? You're asking the wrong person. You're asking the wrong person if you're asking me how she came up. Have a good stream, Stark. Thank you for the shout. No problem. Drugs, probably. Or she's just like, I mean, listen, some people are just like incredibly horny. She was blessed by the muses. Maybe she fucked the muses and they gave her magical song powers. And probably Aphrodite. Oh, yeah. She probably is a muse herself. Oh, fuck, that's the wrong layer. There we go. The music of Common Poppy. I hate it. A muse who fucked Aphrodite. I mean, to be fair, I don't remember who was the friend of the muses. Was it Apollo? Was Apollo the one that the muses were like all pretty close friends with? Or was it... It might have been Artemis? It's one of the two of them. Orpheus? Orpheus was just like, he was just a guy. To be fair, he was a really good singing guy, but like he was just a guy. Probably Dionysus. I think Dionysus is definitely too drunk to appreciate art. He likes to party. The Pleiades weren't party girls. They were literally like, you know, fickle fucking muses. Which I didn't really like understand until like the muses did take Orpheus's head. Which, you know, kind of a little bit rude considering, you know, I'm pretty sure that prevented him from going to the afterlife, so he could have been with Eurydice, but, you know. Girl. Greek gods were assholes? Oh, absolutely. But no, like, I didn't understand, like, because, you know, the muses didn't make any sense to me until, like, I actually started doing art, and then I realized, oh, wait, like, the motivation to, like, actually do art is so fucking fleeting and inconsistent. I guess to be fair, like, once you know, money is a pretty solid motivator, but, like, I feel like that's also not how you get the art that's, like, actually interesting and good. Or rather, like, I feel like the times where, like, you know, money is a motivating factor also tends to be like, you know, like that's a happy accident as opposed to, like, you know, the money being a primary motivator of really high quality art. It's just like, hey, like, you know, someone's just driven to make a thing. Money. Welcome on in, Waffles. Gonna be sweet. Big shout out for Waffles. I feel so deeply that sensation. I won't lie. I'm okay. Can I tell you some fuck ass bullshit my fucking bank did? I woke up yesterday. I got paid today. So for context, I got paid today. I woke up yesterday to an email from my bank saying my account was overdrawn. Actually, fair, it's not the bank's fault. My fuck ass student loan processed a week early just to make me overdraft bank. I'm mad. I'm mad about it. I ain't happy about it. Some bullshit. Okay. I guess the wing would technically be the golden thing. Okay, let's do the yellow. Student loans, my favorite. Let's see. Pay your student loans. Things I learned from Greek mythology 1. The thing to learn from Greek mythology: if you've attracted Zeus's attention, just end it. Like, don't give him the fucking opportunity. He'll just make it painful. Like, it doesn't matter if the attention you've attracted from Zeus is good or bad. Either way, it's gonna be painful, and you're gonna suffer the whole time. So if you piss off Aphrodite, you are as good as dead. Yeah, that's also fair. Okay. I think I've biffed it a little bit, I won't lie. That's the wrong layer. The board continues to develop. Yes. Welcome on a Ruffles. Glad you, sweet bean. I'm trying my best. I heard that university grads are purposely going to jail to waiver their debt. Honestly, that's kind of clever. I don't even blame them. That's just smart. That's smart business. I mean, it's like, honestly, like it probably will end up saving you in the long run. So tempting, but unfortunately, I think it's too late for me. I can't really, like, it's one of these, it's like, I know I kind of can't really commit a crime because I'm trying to relocate to Canada. So, you know, committing crime out the window, unfortunately. Damn shame. It's one of the things where it's like, I've actually considered changing my last name because of a lot of bullshit there. And then I'm like, but I already put in my application to, like, you know, my application to immigrate, and I'm pretty sure that would cause a lot of problems. So I just have to fucking deal with it. Though you can't just file for bankruptcy as well. You're not. You want to find some bullshit? You're not allowed to actually declare bankruptcy to get rid of student loans. It's like one of the only things that doesn't get removed when you declare bankruptcy is fucking student loans. Like you can bankrupt over gambling debt, but not student loans. Okay. Is this song Cuando tú no llores? Is when you're not crying? Caminando por la vida. I do wonder if the pagan gods were still popular. Would there still be new gods for new concepts like electronic technology, or would they be delegated to already existing gods? I mean, that's kind of the concept of, like, isn't there the book like American Gods? I feel like that's like talked about a little bit there. El Canto del Loco. I know exactly enough Spanish to, like, kind of understand what's happening. Just flee to China? That's like, it's not really a downgrade. It's just kind of like a lateral movement. I don't think I would want to go there either. I'm going to be honest. Oh, wait, Spotify only? Yes, it's only Spotify. Because I'm changing the way that the song quest worked because I was just getting a little burnout on the meme songs. Fuck my life. I feel like she would love the drama. Aphrodite is the god of dating apps. To be fair, no, Aphrodite actually did like the concept of loves. The drama she caused was entirely secondary. Like it's literally, it's not like she like was like, oh yes, this is gonna cause drama. She was literally just like, I think they're cute together. I don't care what kind of drama it causes. Like that was more Aphrodite's speed. She's there to make the tea spill. She's there because she's like, ooh, these two would be cute together. And then when the tea spills, she'd be like, doomed romance. Like she doesn't care. She doesn't care about the lives ruined. She's just like, they'd be cute. So she's 100% the kind of person who would be like, yes, Leo and Chase Hunter from Echo should be together. She would 100% be like, yes, they are OTP. I don't care. I don't care how toxic that it is. She's a fanfic author. Got it. Oh, abso-fucking-lutely. That is 100% Aphrodite speed. Her AO3 stat would go through the roof. I do like the fact that, like, the only time I ever hear about AO3 is, like, when it's down or being threatened. Like, those are the only times I ever hear about AO3. It's like the world is about to end or it's, like, down for maintenance. She'd make a Killian book talk with all the raunchy and sex-filled ideas in the head of hers. I guess this is a question. Is Aphrodite also the goddess of kink? Or is that more like... I guess to be fair, you know, probably not. Would that be Hephaestus's territory then? Pan, maybe? Let me see if this works. I feel like it's a domain of a more obscure god. Didn't she have kids who had dominion over different aspects of love? That's fair. Oh, should it work? Yeah. Oh, son of a bitch. I biffed it. I biffed it ever so slightly. Nope. There we go. Hephaestus didn't invent rope bondages and bond. To be fair, the first recorded instance of rope being used in the bedroom is the one where Hephaestus caught Aphrodite and Ares cheating. And he basically wrapped them up in a unbreakable golden chain. That is literally like I think the first recorded instance of rope being used in the bedroom is Hephaestus doing so to catch his wife cheating. All right. But now, you know, part of me is just like, oh yes, Aphrodite's got so many children that she's like Eros, you know, the Eros, like the god of like love, you know, like the Cupid, the, you know, all these different expressions of like different aspects of loves, and then there's just somewhere in the fucking corner a god gooning over gay furry inflationary is like, yeah, we don't talk about that one. he didn't get named. We don't talk about him. It's like that's the god dedicated to kink. Man is fucking busy. A fine indestructible gold chain. To be fair, if it's fine and indestructible, like if you think about it, like that's basically a fucking garrote. Like at some point you're not tying them down, you're just fucking cutting into their flesh. Forest, the god of furry porn. I can see it. I can see it happening. What the fuck was I thinking? I guess the idea was to kind of like use... It's fine. And kink wares do not need to be crafted, so so I think Hephaestus would have jurisdiction over kink in that aspect. Maybe that's like Aphrodite and Hephaestus do have a kid, and that's the god of kink. Nope, wrong layer. Wrong layer, Batman. I trust Gary to keep the Inquisition going while I'm AFK. What do you mean the Inquisition? I mean, if it's an Inquisition of like early to like, you know, early 2000s, you know, Hispanic pop music, I'm kind of here for it. Kinkiest or fetishous? The name. I found something. What did you find? I'm concerned. Okay, here. Nope, wrong layer. Hiding the wrong layer. There we go. What did you find, though? All right. I guess you're right, like it doesn't really matter. Like if I go off edge, because I do need to blend this a little bit because it is not a it is not like a It's not like a cutoff color. It's blended, so. I do like the fact that, like, because I got sent it a while back, but it's in I would say in Mandarin, sun is like the word for God. So if your end name's in sun, you're the god of something. There's a category of gods called erotes, not to be confused with eros, who are gods of sexual intercourse and love. Interesting. That's probably where you would start looking for kind of that kind of stuff. So. This is definitely giving like it's giving Green Day a little bit. Okay, just add a little bit more so that way I can blend properly here. Actually, I might want to. But no, like, because I know that there's like there's different like aspects of like Aries or Aphrodite. Like, you know, there's like the motherly love aspect of her, and then there's very much the like sexual aspect. I want to say it's it was like Aphrodite Genetrix was the motherly aspect, and then Aphrodite's, oh god, I think the closest is Himeros, was the god of lust and desire. I could see that. I don't really like how that's looking. All right, what if I increase color stretch a little bit? He was also present at Aphrodite's birth while being her son. Greek mythology, like, you know, the less you question it, the better for your own being, for your own well-being. The you know, the bloodline, because there's a fucking there's an instance of like Hephaestus making a guard dog for baby Zeus, despite Hephaestus being Zeus's son. So like the Greek history is full of that, like Greek mythology is full of that kind of bullshit where it's like time is kind of like it doesn't really make any sense. And it's to some degree, I think it's because like Greek mythology is very much like Greek mythology as we view it now is not how Greek mythology was practiced. Because we have like we have a very like limited subset of information we can go from, whereas like at the time it was an actively practiced lived religion. The family tree of the Greek pantheon is four-dimensional. A little bit. I mean, to be fair, that's gonna make it's like those fucking like that joke song of the like I'm my uncle's I'm my dad's dad or whatever. Like those gimmick songs. I'm my own grandpa. I'm definitely here for like the Hispanic pop. I like the music selection so far today. I remember hearing about the Virgin Mary being associated with Aphrodite due to her motherly persona. Yeah, well, it was probably syncretized with Aphrodite Genetrix, which was the like motherly, like parental affectionate version of Aphrodite, as opposed to her more oh god, what fuck, what is it? It's Aphrodite Genetrix, and then what is the other version of that? What is the other epithet for Aphrodite? Oh god damn, she's got a lot. Oh my god, she's got a lot of epithets. Pandemos, the common the common people's Aphrodite. Oh god, what is it? Because it doesn't immediately like pop out to me, so I feel like I would need to like find the original source I saw. It was one of those like various things that was like synonymous with lust. But no, can't find it right now, so they can't play Dagoth Wave on the thing. I mean, to be fair, like, you know, that is to some degree why because like meme songs like that are fun, but they do kind of like lose their novelty quickly. I think she was the only god who was worshipped all over Greece. Ancient Greece, other gods were more local, but Aphrodite was the it girl all over. I think she's probably like, because Zeus was worshipped by everyone, but I imagine that Aphrodite probably was as well. Whereas Hera was probably like, because Aphrodite is like actually like one of the most powerful gods if we actually like look at what she's capable of doing, considering she's constantly just fucking with Zeus. Like, and every time Zeus couldn't keep it in his pants, that's technically Aphrodite's fault. God fucking damn it. What the matter? What happened? You started talking about Aphrodite and I just remembered Record of Ragnarok's Aphrodite. We don't talk about Record of Ragnarok. We don't talk about that. The manga's good, from what I hear. The anime is hot dog shit. Again, that is to some degree hearsay. Dagoth Wave is pretty solid songs though. Everyone Wants to Be Loved, that being romantic, platonic, or something else. The first season though. Like I said, I luckily dodged that. The second season picked up. Oh, that's fair. I don't really necessarily keep up a whole lot. I keep up with seasonal anime mostly just by word of mouth. I've kind of gotten into the business of watching seasonal anime on release. I'm excited for this season because we're basically getting My Life as an Otome Villainess, but I'm a combination of John Wick and Luigi Mangione. And that's fun. I'm having a good time with that anime. I'm sorry, what? I think it's called If I May Ask for One Thing. Hold up. Anime, If I May Ask. Yeah, If I May Ask for One Final Thing anime. The basic setup is it starts episode 1 at basically at the end of an Otome game, with the female lead finding out that her I heard of an anime about a princess that decided to stop being a sissy princess and just be. That is okay. That is literally what I'm talking about. It's called If I May Ask for just one. If I may I ask for one final thing. The female, like, so it follows basically the classical villainess of an Otome game, and she is. It picks up right basically where the Otome game would end, with the female, like the player lead or whatever, what have you, the lovely beautiful prince being like, I'm annulling my marriage contract with my fiance so that way we can get married. And she's like the villainess character is like actually just straight up anime John Wick, but in a dress, and she just fucking kicks the shit out of a bunch of people. It's such a great time. It's so much fun. The only issue I have with it is I feel like the animation could be a little bit better, but like the writing is rock solid. So it's and she's just, like, it's clear how much she's holding back, because at one point she's like, it's like, what are you planning to do with those people? It's like, she's just like, oh, you know, we'll just have a chat. And then he's like, you may speak plainly. And she's like, I'm going to kick the fuck out of I'm gonna kick the shit out of those fuckers. She's not being an anime. I just wanted some fries on Friday evening, but I got reincarnated as a beer glass because Truckun decided to say, fuck you, your life is going too well. I can see that. I can see that happening. But no, may I ask for one final thing? Is actually like such a fun time. Also, I learned that there's apparently like a meta story progression going on. Because they're like Webtoons has like stock figures to fill in backgrounds. And so there's now a like universe called the Three Ladies like universe, because a lot of webcomics use the same stock characters, and three of them are just like different like ladies wearing different dresses. It's a lot of fun. Also, the actual male interest is the smarmiest fucker. He's the most punchable person, but like I kind of love when he's on screen. Because he's just like, he's so excited to watch this lady just beat the fuck out of people. He's having the best time.
Rats.
What's up, Crisp?
Where the rats?
I got reincarnated as a bird drone that works for a gooey scientist bird.
I mean, to be fair, I've got reincarnated as a slime already does exist. I've not seen it. I basically know it only by reputation. I found a super silly series where the main character follows the cliche anime game scene where the princess annuls the arranged marriage and is sent to jail, then wreaks havoc from inside said jail cell because she's a menace to society with her 3 other friends. Can we do an isekai where the protagonist becomes a worse person? I would argue that's every isekai. Okay. So my brother did show me Mushoku Tensei, and Mushoku Tensei is a lot. It's good, but it definitely is a lot, and the main character is very fucking frustrating. But also, he's a bastard at the start and slowly progressively becomes a better person. I feel like a lot of the isekai that looked at that are just like, oh hey, I can write a shitty person and give him overpowered abilities, you know, and people will enjoy it without really understanding that, like, no, the part about Mushoku Tensei that's good is watching a character arc. So like I would argue that a lot of the fucking hackneyed it's good, but the protagonist had made me immediately stop watching it. I don't blame you. I do not, like, don't get me wrong. I don't blame you at all. Like, anyone who looked at Mushoku Tensei and was like, I can't deal with this asshole, I completely get it. I have like a little, like, I have a higher tolerance for that kind of shit, and I think it helps that like I'm watching it with someone where I can look at him and be like, yo, this guy sucks, right? And he's like, yeah, he sucks. Welcome on an optical. How are you, Sweet Bean? I learned today that the Banana Ball League is coming to a city near me in 2026. Hopefully I can get my hands on tickets. Heck yeah. But no, like it's one of those things where it's like, it's satisfying because it is an arc. Or like, I feel like, you know, fuck. There we go. What the fuck is what's going on here? Don't worry about it. It's fine. I'm like, don't make any changes. You feel like fuck? You know, I a lot of the times I don't really think about like what I say when I immediately like I cut like my own dialogue. But when you point it out like that, a lot of the shit I say does sound incredibly suspicious. Also, so I have not played the Resident Evil 4 remake, but the fact that this song goes so hard from Resident Evil 4, this is from a fucking gallery shooting minigame, Starky being horny on main. Listen, I said some out pocket shit earlier, and people told me like, nah, keep going. So I just kept going, and no one stopped me. No one was like, hey Starky, pull it back. So it just kept happening. I don't fucking know. I'm just a bird, man. Yeah, like, you know, what were you talking about? The funny thing about it is I wasn't, because it, you know, it was mostly just playing into like the stream bit of the stream I was hanging out with, which the stream bit was Vor. It was I was joking earlier, like, you know, it was basically like showing two people sloppily making out, and so I was just like, the part of my brain that just says Kershaw was just like, yeah, you gotta lube up the slip and slide before taking a ride. And the fucking utter shock on his face, where he's like, when there be character development and the development, like, listen, motherfucker, you're the one who asked. You requested this knowledge. That's your own damn fault. Crowny Stark. Listen, I'm just the idiom sucking face got a whole new meaning. Yesterday's stream seemed shorter than, but that's because, yeah, I started an hour earlier. We are currently just under an hour and a half, or I guess just over. You know, we're big chilling. We're hanging out. Oh my. Listen, it's one of those things where it's like I don't know, like I don't know how authentic, like, you know, how, like, because I don't necessarily like engage with horny in the way that like a lot of people do, where it's like, you know, they'll be like, in like, this is like a general thing. I'm not like I'm not referencing any specific streamer, but you know, they'll just be like, yeah, you know, they'll just have people casually flirt with them on stream. We are being chilling. Yes, you're ice cream. You're ice cream, and I want to eat ice cream. Anyway. But no, I don't get how like some people can just like engage so casually with horny, like, you know, live on air. Like, I make jokes about it, but like there's some people where it's just like, yeah, like, you know. I personally could never do like the kind of thirst trapping that like I do see some people like really heavily play into. There's nothing wrong with that, don't get me wrong. But to some degree there is like that, you know, we talk about, I guess to be fair, we talk about kink and shit a lot here, so. It's one of those things where, like, I guess to be fair, like, you know, there are mostly the you know, the people who thirst trap on Twitch are the ones that don't have, because there are people who like, I'm aware that they do have, like, you know, they're on Twitch, they're safe for work, and then they go off Twitch and they're like, you know, they clearly got the thirst going on. It does, it's like, I can kind of get it. I can understand it. Like, they'll go over to Picardo and it's like, you know, it's like someone else is streaming. Every time that happens, I'm just like, you know, I get it. I get that. Because it's almost, to some degree, it's almost like freeing not to have a bunch of people just like sitting there staring at you, waiting. It's like, when is he going to say the horny thing? I don't know. Also, I feel like, I don't know, maybe it's like my own apprehension, but I feel like there's like some amount of like, if you engage in the horny, you're inviting like parasociality. All right. Okay, let me hydrate real quick. I'll be honest with you, I was not expecting this to end up taking as long as it's currently taking. I was thought that this was gonna be like an hour, and then I was just gonna be able to like move on to whatever. But no, this actually, I can see the parasociality. Putting on my strawberry, I mean, a little plumage spots. I guess to be fair, like these are like little strawberry seeds. Now that you pointed out, they're kind of, now that you pointed out, it's actually kind of adorable. But you know, I can see the parasociality because it's like one of those things where it's like, you know, it's the Gooner culture that like I don't understand. And so I don't really want to engage with it. Not because it's like intrinsically bad, but because it's like, I don't know. You know, I wouldn't necessarily know how to approach it. So I'm like, you know, better to just not engage than risk fucking something up. Okay. But yeah, let's see. I probably should have moved that toe for like this down, but it's fine. Oh, God damn it. You ever just like, I guess to be fair, like this is, you know, part of the process, but definitely a small little thing that's like annoying. I've heard the term Gooner culture, but I know exactly what you mean. Like, to be fair, like it is one of those things where it's like, it's very specific. Also, it kind of tends to be more of a thing with like, again, like not Colin, not this is, I ain't trying to fucking start beef. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. I'm trying to start. No, I'm not actually trying to start beef. But no, it tends to be a lot more thing with like IRL women streamers and like, you know, the anime VTubing scene, where like there's just a lot of like, and like like it's not like the like streamer's fault, but like there is a contingent of people who approach it overtly sexual, and like I don't understand that. Like the idea of doing that just seems so fucking horrifying. I won't lie. Okay. I think this is kind of coming together. We're kind of figuring this out. Okay. Yeah, there's some amount of like translation that kind of needs to be done when you're like, you know, kind of translating one of these forms to into orb, because some of the stuff is not super clean. To some degree, it's almost like a character. Like this is I think an interesting character design study, where like you look at like what you kind of need to copy, like what you need to copy over to make the character like immediately recognizable. And I need to brush up on my character design chops. Although I don't necessarily know if I'll ever offer, like, you know... I would like to at some point offer comms, but, like, I don't know if I'll ever do, like, ref sheets, because doing ref sheets is a fucking huge pain in the ass. Okay. Bird, welcome on in, Tigerfire. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. How you doing? Want to doodle some characters when you're at work? I probably should do that more. The answer is primarily executive dysfunction. Happy Borb time. Welcome on in, Gadget. Glad to have you, Sweeping. Can we get a show for Tigerfire and one for Gadget? Tiger did. You take my lab coat and then you call rude. This rude cat. Never mind. Here, let me. Because I presume my mods are preoccupied. So here, let me go and sneak some shout outs. You check if it's flammable. That's a good question. I guess I still haven't decided if the lab coat is technically part of the goo that is me or not. I need to figure that out. A friend of mine has doodled a ton of stuff in his university sketchbooks and had to get a separate sketchbook for said doodles. I mean, if it's fire resistant, like fair enough. It would at least be a normal lab coat, if not necessarily. I imagine it's like a normal lab coat, but like occasionally I just you know, it just gets absorbed into the goo of me and stored for a bit. Like if I need to go like if you know. I'm like, well, you know, I gotta put on the swimsuit because we're taking a dive. Might as well just slurp this lab coat into my very being. Being goo is nice. Usually resistant for it at least. That does make sense. That seems like that's something kind of important you would want to have. Thank you for the stretch reminder. And the check-in. But how you doing, Tiger? Oh, and the save reminder. That's very key because I have not saved in the almost 2 hours I've been working on this. Why am I like this? Why am I like this? Is it something like what's with the gems in Steven Universe where the gems can wear clothing but can also morph clothing around them? Kind of? Yeah, that actually makes sense. Yeah, I'm fire resistant with the power of goo. It wasn't as resistant as I expected it to be. Tiger, did you burn my shirt? All right, I guess I want to fucking grow a new one. I'll be honest with you. I'm glad. Listen, at least I respect the fact that the shirt is burned. Usually people just take it and they just keep it for their own nefarious and definitely not horny desires. No, I keep saying out of pocket shit. What the fuck's wrong with me today? Fire and water are my elements. I think someone's switching out Starky's lab coats for more flammable ones. It's like they're trying to catch me on fire or something, which is fucking, you know, good luck. Goddamn. Okay. Fire is definitely my element. I mean, it is the second half of your name, so that makes sense. Starky, it depends on what elemental system we're using, but I think Starky would qualify as primarily air or steel. But I also like experimenting with things. Fair enough. I do think it's like, you know, because like I do have lore for Starky, but I don't necessarily like talk about it a whole. I guess like, you know, I talk about it insofar as that like I need to explain to people like, yes, I am technically goo. I also like experimenting with things, especially their flammability. Okay, at some point it stops becoming an element and starts becoming pyromania. Tiger water does have a nice ring to it. What about earth and water, since mud equals earthly goo? Starky's element, goo or borb? That's a good question. I do like the prospect that borb is just its own. Is pyromania not an you know what? Fair point. It's fair point. That is technically speaking an elemental affinity. You are correct, actually. If kicking your ass is a type of Pokemon, so can Pyromania. That's a fair point. That's a very fair point, actually. Actually, remember correctly, in Pokemon, Flying type was originally just Bird type. You can find it in the files, because I believe one of the like glitched Pokemon you can get in Gen 1 actually has the Pokemon type of Bird. Gen 1 Pokemon is actually a disaster from a coding standpoint. What's up, Chris? Oh, it's Pokemon Emerald. Glad you, Sweet Bean.
Hear me out. Be a rock. Just be rock. Cause rocks are amazing and the best thing in the world. I like nibbling rocks. Rocks are yummy. I mean, I am not based STFU.
What makes it a mess? Gen 1 Pokemon from a coding standpoint is a pile of spaghetti code. The current code was also a mess. Spaghetti, yeah. I guess to be fair, that's the one thing that Pokemon has, I guess, maintained consistently over the years. Also, the HM Fly originally was called High Jump in Japanese. That's why Dodrio and Doduo can learn it in Gen 1. I like the idea of the helicoptering heads of Dodrio and Doduo. Where like they fly just by fucking Is that like a just inside the wing? I guess it'd probably be like a, like the idea of Dodrio jumping from one town. That is also actually quite fun to think about. But also, fuck the Pokemon Company. Pokemon Code used to be spaghetti because of limited budget. Now it's because of corporate meddling and crunch. I suppose that's fair. The helicopter... it's one of those things where it's like both are funny. Which one you find more appealing personally does probably, it probably depends a little bit. Do they also use if-else statements instead of switch statements like a certain infamous coder? The funny thing is, there's now two infamous coders where that's the case, because you could be referring to either Pirate Software or Yandere Dev. Oh yeah, don't Pokemon Pokemon is, Pokemon and Nintendo are currently in the process of pulling a bunch of legal tomfuckery to sue Pal World. It's talking about Yondev. But yeah, no, it's one of those things where it's like looking like I sometimes worry that like I'm like a fucking poser in regards to like my ability to code, and then I watch videos showing off the code of people like Yondev Yondev and Pirate. I'm like, I'm not that bad of a coder. I'm not nearly that bad. There we go. They also made the new Pokemon game $100 if you want all the content. Yeah, that's pretty fucking bad, or so I've heard. Yet another reason not to buy a fucking Switch 2. It's discouraging but also motivating that some messed assholes can achieve big things. I mean, to be fair, like, it's like, you know, it's more or less clear that like Nintendo aren't going to win this litigation off of the merit of an argument, that they are exclusively using basically financial ruin. They're throwing money at it until a company ceases to exist. And I feel like there's a lot of support behind Palworld, and they made a decent chunk of change off of Palworld the game, so I do sometimes think I'm a poser since I don't do much outside of like a little bit of samey stuff nowadays, even though I got my degree in computer science. But like, remember, no matter how bad of a coder you think you are, you're still better than people who are vibe coding. I don't care how many years of experience you have with software development. If you're vibe coding, you're an active, like, I'm a better programmer than you. I at least have the base knowledge. Yep. Wait, labios compartidos? What? Fun fact, the feathers and ruffles hat are his own feathers. I actually noticed that. Admittedly, the green used in the shared lips. Shared lips. I'm at least better than if-else instead of switch statements and AI coding. Kyle, welcome on Medikiller. Glad to have you, sweet bean. Sometimes coding feels like you're coding by vibes when you cannot find the freaking bug. No, here's the thing. Like, when I was in college, I thought debuggers were the most dumb shit imaginable. Now that I'm actually like working the like, because like I would just use like print statements all over the fucking place. Now that I'm like I actually like work in coding, debuggers are fucking amazing. They're actually like one of the most handy tools I could possibly imagine. Sometimes codes is vibes because it works one run and then shuts down the next for no conceivable reason. Yeah, I definitely I definitely remember having a because I was taking a class and we were talking about race conditions when writing to databases, and I definitely had like one thing that like I don't know how the mutex lock worked, but like it was, you know, like I for whatever reason it wasn't working properly, but it would run one time perfectly and the next time awfully, and so I just like kept running the tests until it worked perfectly and I got the grade. Listen, it's too late for them to take the degree now, so, you know, fucking oh, my cat joined me for lap time. Heck yeah. That's a great feeling when an animal is like, yeah, I'm just gonna sleep on you. Also, when I'm the animal, where I'm like, I'm gonna sleep on you.
Where the rats?
Don't mind me, just flashing Starky with a shiny pick. Squeak squeak.
I will presumably check that out later. If you want to, sure. All right, time. I'm gonna be honest with you. There is when I was considering what species my Sona would be, cat was actually very much on there. Not like house cat, but like some kind of like, you know, big cat. Because I definitely have a lot of cat behavior. There's definitely been times where my friend had to like look at me and be like, "Don't," because I was about to fucking push I was about to push something off of a counter, and she was like, "Do not fucking do that. I will kill you." And I'm like, understandable. My cat seemed to very much enjoy lap time. They don't like napping in other people's laps. I think I seen Ty's character somewhere on FA before. Oh, Tiger. It is funny because like I have spotted people before that I recognize from Twitch on For Affinity. It's extra funny if their username is different. I don't have an FA that. Then no. Like Squeaky Orca. Well, to be fair, Squeaky Orca has like the same name, but there's people I found on FA where I'm like, oh wait, I know who you are on Twitch. You know, and like they bring a very, very different energy to feel to Fur Affinity than they do You know, they bring a bit of a different energy to Fur Affinity than they bring to stream. Because it's one of the things where it's like, you know, it's kind of like what I was talking about earlier, where it's like there, you know, I on stream I tend to actually run a little bit cleaner, like in terms of like how I behave, in being like less inviting to like not safe for work stuff. Or at the very least, like, not engaging with it in a horny way, but more like, just like the, you know. Not today's stream, apparently. Like I said, I don't fucking know what's happened. It's like a double life situation, a little bit. It is just extra funny, because it's just like... It's like, well, I now know what kinks you're into, but I like, the only time I ever interact with you is in Twitch, so, like, I can't bring it up there. Was he talking about a different tie? I don't know what Kronos was on about with that one. I won't lie. Took me a couple of seconds to react because I don't have one. Here. This is mostly for helping me spot like any transparencies that I missed. They made someone's comm on FA. Double life is in you live one way on one platform. But yeah, exactly. Oh, I see what's happening. But no, like, you know, it's one of those things where it's like, you know, no naming names, no, you know, but it is just like funny where it'll be like, oh, okay. It's like, now I know how to tease you if we ever hang out in real life. Because actually, no, I think I made one, just never actually posted anything purely so I could access someone's rep sheet that they sent through FA. They couldn't see without having an account. Also, in fact, there aren't wings on Ruffles' back. They're actually just ornamental plumage feathers that are key features on the greater birds of paradise, which is one of the birds Ruffles is made up of. Also, very nice work on Ruffles' Borb. Heck yeah. Okay. Here. Okay. I think that this is completed then? Oh, I guess to be fair, I need to add the there's a couple of Oslins I need to add because this is mostly what element was it? Rough paper, okay. Because I kind of love the rough paper aesthetic, where it almost looks like you're a Paper Mario character. I think it's adorable. Nope. Excuse me, what the fuck? Hey, search for materials on... There's chaos. So you've been to the, have you seen the beanbag onesie that lets you sit anywhere? I think so. That seems like it would be completely hideous, though. Yeah, my FA is as barren as can be, but that's more so just a consequence of me not uploading anything, which I really needed. Uploading things on Field Assistant is... or... not Field Assistant. For Affinity is such a fucking pain in the ass. It sucks so fucking much. Like... because like you have to put in so much fucking information, like in order to like actually complete the upload process. Like it's like name, fucking like tags, details, all that shit. Like I guess to be fair, that's why people like there's an entire fucking other like you know, what's it called, an executable whatever, like post-burb I think it is, where like it like lets you mass upload shit. Also, like you can only upload one thing at a time, and like it's like a 30-second upload process. Here, texture, paper. That's color pattern, all materials. There we go. Okay. Oh, hold up. And now I remember one of the clever things I did here. Layer mask outside selection. There we go. I have to lower the transparency even more. You've been papered. Perfect. Okay. Let me go ahead and export this as a PNG now, and I'll export a signed person. No, wait, don't turn me into an unmarketable plushie. No, it's too late. Piccolo, hit him with a marketable plushie beam. There we go. And then, because I need to get into the fucking habit of doing this. Here, let me import the signature. There we go. Becomes a Kenku plague doctor, dang it. I mean, listen, I feel like I would rather be... increasingly, I'm like, you know, being a marketable plushie doesn't seem so bad. I'm like, I'm just over being a fucking adult. Just let me return to fucking no thoughts, head empty. The Borb. It's better than being a Labubu. That's also fair.
Wretch.
What's up, Crisp?
We're the wretch.
Uh-oh, Starky, sir, the marketable plushie ray has been on the fritz now. Over 90% of the Borbs has been plushified.
Well, how about a Borb plushie sale? What about an unmarketable plushie? Fair to both. I mean, an unmarketable plushie is just a Labubu. I'll be honest. Export single layer PNG. Von Bourbon with. Hey, if I get a marketable plushie fight, I'll be all right. There we go. Export that, and here. Let me go and pass them over to you, as long as I'm not a little boo-boo thing. There we go. Let's see. Where are you? No, you're I probably should just like look up your name. There we go. Here, and let me go ahead and toss these over to you. Throws a Borb at 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 you. Thanks for the Borb. Thanks for the Borb. Thanks for the Borb. I don't think I could do. I don't think I could be a fucking what are they called? NPC streamer.
Spin.
I also need to add these Borbs to the spin redeem. You squeeze me and tell you a random historical fact or a wow fact.
Spin!
All right.
Spin!
Well, time to figure out what I want to do for the next hour. So I can only make the board. At some point. Okay, Siribot, I saw that baguette fact earlier. I saw that baguette fact. It's very important that you do not fuck that up. It is distinctly, why not now? I have other things I need to work on, unfortunately. Squeeze me in, doodle for the next hour. I mean, I have a thing I can work on. Although I might need one of my mods to check to see if Radical Mari is live. Zeph, would you mind checking on one Radical Mari real quick? Just pop in and and just see like what's going on if she's sufficiently distracted. She is live. Okay, she's sufficiently distracted. Which also reminds me, I need to probably disable raids for the next half an hour. It's like the next 60 minutes here. While I'm thinking about it. There we go. We'll keep an eye in case of raids. Fair enough. Squeeze me and I dispense unusual and abnormal facts. Oh yeah, I'm drawing Shark Woman. Shark Lady. Okay, I'll keep the ruffles open and just as like a just in case. Okay. Women. Wait, no. Oh shit, I'm sorry, I hit the wrong button. I am very sorry. Oh god, I hit the wrong button. Sorry about that. Wait, why is Shilmo still on? There we go. Start Alt F4 something? Nope. No, it wasn't an Alt F4. I just I hit the fucking wrong button. I basically have like a hate raid button on my fucking stream deck as if like just in case. I can't believe we were all banned. Wait, like what does it actually look like if someone accidentally like kicks on shield mode? Okay, I'm back. Welcome back, Ruffles. You missed me. I swear to God, my brain is not fucking working today. All messages deleted. Okay, that's fine. To be fair, that is part of the button. I think it also like runs an ad. Which, if that's the case, whoopsie doopsie. I meant to hit this button.
What?
What happened? I hit a wrong button on my stream deck. Started through my boards with me, then said, "Now get out of here." I do not get to see this queue in Spotify. Unfortunately, not. Because it's the same. This is on the same fucking like button location, but like on a different folder of my stream deck. So it's the same like physical button. It's just like I need to be in a different view. And my fucking my brain just shortcutted, just like, yeah, press the button, don't bother checking. So anyways, ignore that. Ignore me being dumb as fuck. I'll be honest, like part of me is like just to wrap up early because clearly the brain's not operating in full capacity. Okay. Hand time. Maybe it's because I'm hungry. Why am I so goddamn hungry? Turn Starky into a cube. What a free Fallout themed sound alert.
Rats, rats, where the rats?
Can we turn on emote only mode as well by accidentally ignore the quotes around accidentally?
Also, is anyone able to add to the queue? You should be able to like add things to the queues. I think it's because it's !SSR. But yeah, no, unfortunately, there's no easy way for me to display the queue. Hold up, let me check Songify real quick. I just did. Commands. So !Q is an option. Yeah, okay, Q is an option to show the next 5. And then you can use exclamation mark position. Yeah, exclamation mark POS. You can see displays the queue position of this user's song requests. Exclamation mark POS. Okay. Okay, POS is the command I want. That's fair. All right. Hand time. I guess to be fair, like, this hand is relatively easy, and this hand is going to be, like, slightly more annoying. I poke Kitty's snoot, now he's licking me. That's adorable. So be pointing towards the here. Yes. Yeah. Okay. So the thumb is on this side. There we go. Let me see if I can move this up. Nope, that's the wrong way to use the liquid. That's the wrong liquefy tool. Because I'm trying to just like push this up a little bit. Oh my god, not Kim Petras. That is it's. Why not? Automod caught that one for bullying. I will allow it, but I'm judging you. I'm gonna be honest with you. I feel like this is a skip. Why no Kim Petras? It's because here's the thing. Like I don't. Kim Petras is a little bit. The thing is, I know the one song I know from Kim Petras is Fuck. What's the? It's. Oh God, what is it called? Okay, I will give him until the high note. If he can hit the high note, we'll listen to the rest of the song. Fuck, what is the name of that song? As a resident of Canadian, I allow it to be a skip. Fuck, what is the one Kim Petras song? Fuck. I'm thinking of the right one, right? I might be thinking of a different person. Who am I thinking of? Okay. I'm thinking of a different, hold up. Oh God, what is the name of that fucking song? I'm losing my mind a little bit because it's so fucking explicit that like I'm apprehensive to let Kim Petras on, and I think it was from her, but I might be misremembering. Girl, I don't know. It's hold up. Let me throat goat. I was thinking of a different person. I was thinking of Regina Hardon. because I was thinking of the lyrics for In the Air by Regina Hardon. Which, don't mind me just adding songs. I technically speaking, it's stream safe. I could just fucking put it on. I'm tempted to now that you... now, you know what? Fuck it. Hold up. We're taking a quick break from this. Regina Hardon. No, that's not Kim Petras. Hold up, that's... Yes, I'm pretty sure it's a, I'm pretty sure it's, she's a drag queen. So the song is called In the Air. And it goes entirely too hard for the way the lyrics are. Why does it go so fucking hard? Next it'll be Samantha Fuck Me. Oh my god. It goes so fucking hard. I actually, hold up. I need to check real quick to see who the fuck Regina Hardon is. She's done other songs. One of the songs that came up was fucking not the RuPaul fracking. This song goes too hard for the way the lyrics are. And I'm back on a convo about cryptocurrency and their legit applications. Well, I'm glad you got back here just in time to listen to In the Air by Regina Hardon. This sounds like a female version of the Lord Farquaad animation. Wait, what? I'm just like, honestly, I respect the fuck out of this. It does stunlock me a bit. Shh, don't worry about it. I'm worrying about it because do you fucking hear the lyrics of this goddamn song? If the lyrics are in any way equivalent to what's going on with the Lord Farquaad animation, she and Cookpick have to collaborate. I kind of wonder if they have. Oh, sorry, Metakiller. You're hitting the limits of the number of... I limit it so that way I think only 2 songs in the queue at any given time, unless I think you're like a modder subscriber or VAP. I'm worrying about it. I'm also worried about it. But it is a banger that I'm upset about. I'm mad that it slaps so fucking hard. Anyways. Swear I follow, nobody's promised tomorrow, so I'ma love you every night like it's the last night. I'm throwing hella ass my Dharma at the moment. Was ending, I wanna be next to you. If the party was over. Back to depressed Hallmark Girl. To be fair, this is a banger, because this is Lady Gaga and Bruno Mars. Just for a while. And die with a smile. If the world was ending, I wanna be next to you. Right next to you. Okay, how the fuck is the handwork on the knee? Right next to you. I'm gonna eat the fucking bot twice over. Here, let me remove that. To be honest with you, I feel like we already have enough songs in the queue where it's gonna go until the end of stream. Because we have a decent number of songs already in the queue. Was ending, I wanna be next to you. That's rude. That's rude of you, Akaborb. That's very mean. It's very mean. I guess alright. I see how it is. Alright, back to the art mines. Fingers on the upper calf, part of the fingers, palm conforming. Yes, that makes sense. Damn. It's such an effective roast too, because it was effectively silent. You just literally just hit me with the shut the fuck up. Unspeakable. Absolutely, like I'm devastated. I will never emotionally recover. So I give a question, go for it. That was a second of like to like waving at someone who was waving to someone behind you. It's my question now, you can't have it. All right, I have a not question for you. Start running. The question would have been, why aren't you running? The not question is, start running. Emotional damage. That's what happens. What happens when you don't share your questions, motherfucker? You piss the bird off. Okay. Hand. Okay. So if I think about like I guess it would kind of be like the Borb is homing onto your location. There we go. I learned the horrors of the Gwen apocalypse if I haven't met... Excuse me? The fuck did you just say to me? What do you mean the Gwen apocalypse? You know Gwen from Ben 10, right? I'm concerned, but yes. I'm concerned, but the answer is I'm aware of her, yes. This is the pose makes this a lot fucking harder. Yeah, it turns out according to a source of mine, nope, don't like that. AIR. Oh yeah, she. Okay, this is going where I think it's going because I see over 500,000. I definitely seen like a lot of the ads on YouTube definitely are like it's just straight up her from Ben 10. Yeah, like for whatever fucking reason, she seems to be a very, very popular you know, thing. Like she seems to be a popular subject, I guess, victim, what have you. Of that particular, it's deeply beyond what you'd imagined. Okay, so finger starts here.
Hi.
Welcome on, Oceana. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean.
Hi. 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 Hi.
Okay, hands. I'm not going to spell you out every deal, but just inform you it's basically the most popular model. That is very bizarre. Like, no, that it makes sense, because I definitely have seen, like, you know, I've seen a lot of fucking images generated of her, unfortunately, but... Well, there's 9 to 10 of them, and they keep making more. Storky, welcome on in, guys. Good to have you, Sweet Bean. I'm currently drawing hand, and it's fucking killing me. So Source was a friend of mine who decided to look into it out of curiosity. We both poked Cthulhu there. Wait, what is generated? For whatever reason, one of the most popular things one of the most popular like generated images I've seen. Hey, Starky, gotta cancel tonight. My partner's not in a good way. Understandable. Thanks for the heads up. I also really like wearing my new necklace. Oh yeah, it looks great on you. But thank you for the heads up. I will probably still be wrapping up in about half an hour here. Sorry, man, all good. Listen, do what you gotta do to take care of yourselves, is like the only thing I've ever asked. How's this hand looking? I think I need to move the thumb up. But you didn't finish the answer to the what it's generated thing. I wanted to know the T. So it's Kasai was talking about something that I had definitely noticed in a lot of my YouTube advertisements. It's looking very handsome. I know him personally, but still positive sentiment. Yeah. But no, because I you know, YouTube advertisements right now are a fucking shit show. But one of the things I definitely noticed was a lot of you know, AI images, and one of the more frequent subjects was Gwen from Ben 10. And I don't really know what the deal with that is. Nor do I really particularly want to. Holy, who requested Peak? Oh, yeah, that shit, yeah. Yeah. That song is Peak. I thought Peak was a video game. Shout out to Crush for the people who are in a newer generation. Yeah, that's fair. She was looking younger, well, so bonus. I suppose that's fair. Okay, you there. I think I just need to be like more subtle. There we go. Okay. That's it. It's not great, but it doesn't look awful. So I will withhold any issues. You know, I withhold any major reworks until I can clean up the sketch here a little bit. But yeah, no. Largely I'm just kind of chilling. Something like this, and then there we go. I just heard there was an incident in a local mall in nearby city. I'm tired of this shit. Yeah. It's frustrating. Okay. Okay. I'll say as I trust Vaporeon fans more than Gwen fans. God. That is a fucking that is maybe the worst sentence ever said in my chat, and I kind of agree with it. Okay. Talking about shit like that, there's currently happening a shitstorm on Twitter because some snipfer decided to use art he commissioned from an artist as a base. Ooh, yeah, that's not great. That's pretty bad. That's pretty dumb. Pretty dumb. We also said do not use an AI in their term service, and he is not backing. Oh no, absolutely. Like that, he is well within his right to do that. There we go. Like a written out TOS. Local mall was killed by Amazon, which is another destruction of teen and kid spaces. Yep. I think I can afford to bring this in now. I mean, the snap is not backing down. Oh. Yeah, no, he's morons. Let it never be said that, like, every furry out there is smart. We got some dumb ones. There's some dumb ones, but usually they get yoked pretty quickly. Like, they get yeeted from the community. Also, the animation is fugly. Oh, yep, I believe it as well. What's up, Chris?
Where the rats?
I join in talking shit about Amazon, but I'm low-key making an Amazon Fresh order at the moment because I was given a gift card. Crying face emoji.
I mean, listen.
Face emoji. Crying face emoji. Crying face emoji.
Thanks, Crisp. Stuff like that, I'm like, if someone gave you a gift card for it, like you are guilt-free in purchasing from there because the money's already spent. Like the money has already been sent to Amazon. All you're doing right now is just like making the most of it. I mean, the guy who posted his commission as a grok. Oh God, like he just suddenly grows nips and loses like 10% body fat. Yeah, that's. I did not realize that. Okay, low-key. Blue Sky's got some fucking problems, but like it's better than Twitter by a lot, brother. I don't understand. I don't think we need to. I think we just need to like look at that person and be like, Lamau XD, get the fuck out of here. I guess to be fair, I should probably like know who that person is, just that way if I ever do open for commissions, I can deny him for doing shit like that. Like I think that's something like if that's one of those things where it's like if you are known to do that, like that is a like you are basically a person, you know, you are a hard no on the like I will take commissions from you list. It goes from ripped to anemically shredded. Like, if you're gonna use AI videos and shit, do it to yourself. No need to yell for the 4 wins. I mean, here's the thing. Some people are just fucking idiots. Is part of the thing. Here. That is so true. It's like they're morons, and therefore they need to make everyone privy to their moronitude. You know, I think that's the thing that, like, you know, kind of doesn't really like get discussed. It's like people like that can't be dumb in private, unfortunately. You know, like it's something to be said about like there's like something about like being dumb where you need to like actively be, you know, does not be defending AI because I fucking hate it, but due to my curiosity, I've seen AI sites, most of them encourage the user for recreational purposes. Do you, like, Loki, do you mind actually sending me the username of that person just so I can keep an eye? Like I don't want to, like, you know, it's one of those things where it's like I don't plan on starting a witch hunt, but it you know, it actually is worth like keeping an eye out for people like that. Just so that way it's like if they ever, like, you know, if they get a commission from any of my friends, I can be like, hey, this person has like a, you know, this person has done this before, just as a heads up, like, you know, if they, you know. Although I'm sure if it's high profile enough where like a bunch of people know about it, it's probably like, you know, I probably don't need to worry, like, I don't need to worry about like telling my friends. They'll know already. But also, they have a bunch of dumbasses need to promote their own Patreon. Okay, cool. Congratulations on being like that's like some spectacular level of dumbassery that I could not possibly begin to comprehend. Okay. I think I like the bass here. So yeah, I just found out it was because I was curious and looked it up, and this song is my favorite song, and I'm not grieving because fuck. Well, like the song that was just playing. Just remember Starky AI bros spending around $20 to $30 a month just to generate slop. It's like yeah, it's just like, why even bother, man? It's kind of blowing up on Twitter right now. Okay, then I probably don't have to worry too much about it. I definitely appreciate it because I don't have a Twitter account anymore. So like I would appreciate just like a name. Cause like fuck Twitter. Twitter's just a useless ass website. I deleted my Twitter account more than a year ago. I deleted it like literally like I think like August of last year. I'm not getting a checked grok subscription feed. It's about 30 to 35. Oh my god. I sent it to you so you can see. Television, I'm grieving, I'm angry. I honestly forgot AI can be audio too. That's just premium. You know, I wish those kinds of people would spend that money on things that aren't garbage, but like, you know, I just recently found out found out a mimetic song I enjoyed used a lot of AI using the lyrics of an actual song. Ugh. I mean, for what it's worth, I do think we are approaching the crash. Like I think we're closing in on the crash, to be fully honest. Like it's just one of those things where it's like the crash unfortunately takes a fucking while. It's a song about Cobalt, so my brain is like, yay, Cobalt. Oh, that's fair. That is actually deeply frustrating. The crash. AI is a bubble. So at some point the market's gonna crash horribly for it. I'm gonna be honest with you, I just need the economy to like fully crash and burn so I have like a chance of anything. Does that make sense? Yeah. It's basically the AI is more or less the 2000.com bubble again. And the only people who don't realize it are the people who are making the tech. Actually, to be fair, like the only people who don't realize it are specifically finance people. But yeah. TFs you into a kobold. Gotta get the TF juice, man. But no, like I tend to be like, you know, because we are approaching like I think a levels of like I think we're like one major event away from it happening. I already a kobold, so now I kobold squared. Okay. Wait. I just realized I was on the fucking wrong layer. It's fine. It's fine. The only AI I support is Persians and synths. This is acceptable. Wait. I've been stupid my entire life. It's fine. It's fine. Glad you finally realized. No, I've known for a hot minute now. Agreed. But no, like you know, I think the thing like I personally, you know, I personally feel particularly betrayed because I literally specialized in this in college. I genuinely think the underlying mathematics and computers are pretty cool, but like, you know, actually I should probably make this way thinner. The pastry turned cancer cell regeneration AI is pretty neat too. Okay. Recognition is no like exactly like that. I think like that is Starky. Have you heard? Have I heard what? The bird? Have I heard the bird is the word? But no, like this is literally, you know, I'm mad because it's Tyra Banks invented hot ice cream. Who and what? You have to remember, I'm profoundly disconnected when it comes to like actually like famous people that are like actually know. I have to allow butt sluts again. I'll now do a test, but no, it's the combination of butt and slut combined. Go the onion, of course, a skinny person thinks they invented drinking ice cream. It's the other part. Okay. Because I'm trying to like low angle this a little bit, so. here. I'm gonna put a little pop. That actually could be funny. That could be funny. But I also kind of like want it to be her own thing, you know? Because I didn't include a Mario reference in Pop Mutt's piece. How do you go from cancer research to AI to brain rot so bad it literally kills your brain cells? The technology is being used for things that it clearly was not designed for. I mean, that's like, honestly, like, you know, kind of the beginning and the end of it, unfortunately. Okay. Perspective. We just want a little bit of perspective. Not a lot, just a little bit. Pretty much. There we go. Also, better run our last set of 3-minute ads. We run those every hour, turn off pre-rolls. People don't have to deal with the ads as soon as they join the stream. Wow, a little bit of perspective actually goes a long fucking way in terms of making a piece actually feel like there's, you know, depth to it. Okay. I guess to be fair, the straight line like is, you know, yeah, it's great for organizing big data sets and such. That's literally okay. The biggest utility for AI is machine learning, which is where you literally like break down massive data sets to find patterns that would be almost impossible for humans to find. That is genuinely like a great utility for it that unfortunately isn't really thought about because morons. Okay. I could, you know what? I could probably make the books like Pop Mutt's colors, and that would be like a fun little Easter egg in case you notice. Is the fun, read horrible part of generative AI is the shit that you is that if you make it ask a question, it's programmed to make shit up straight up. Okay, here's the thing. Here's the thing about AI that like fundamentally what AI is it is basically it generates a thing. If when you ask AI a question, it doesn't generate an answer. It doesn't generate a truth or a lie. It basically says, "Hey, look, here's a question. Like, you know, here's what an answer would look like. If you asked a person what an answer to this question would look like, this is what it would look like. This is how it would be phrased. This is how it would be set up, like, you know, structured." It does not care about accuracy because that is literally not part of its data set to give a shit. That's why it's like I hate where they call it like hallucinations, because that implies that there's like anything going on, that like there's any research being done. There's nothing to hallucinate because it is doing what it is programmed to do, which is generate something that looks like an answer. It's the difference between like actually researching and then just, you know. Also, because I think saying it's hallucinating gives AI more autonomy than necessarily deserves. Also humanizes it in a way that, like, you know, like it basically like broaches the problem from like multiple, I would say, slightly problematic ways of viewing it. Okay. Okay. Now let's clean the sketch up and figure out clothing. But no, like that is I think like if, you know, this is the Kim Petras cover, right? She does a great job on this, honestly. Yes. But no, it's like I think that's the fundamental understanding that I take the most issue with is like there's no, is like you're assigning behavioral patterns to a thing where they aren't present. It's like fundamentally playing on the human desire to understand, but there is no understanding because there's no thought process behind it. Okay. But yeah, no, that entire thing is just like frustrating as fuck. Because as someone who like understands the technology, it does feel a little bit like I'm going crazy. Do the generative AI models we have now pass the Turing test? Yes. Okay, the Turing test is kind of... So it's not... It's worth pointing out that I'm pretty sure the Turing test isn't something Turing himself reasonably believed. Actually, no. I don't think generative models would pass the Turing test. Because the Turing test is basically, if you have a human and like if you have a person in a conversation with a person and a robot, can the robot does the person know which of the other like text is a person more than 50% of the time? And I feel like the answer is we would know. Like if you were put into a room and you were told to talk to two people and you were asked which of these is a computer, you would know. Because I don't think anyone talks the way that the way that the AI does. They don't write answers in the way that computers do. Currently, no. And it's worth pointing out that there's actually there's a fundamental issue with the way the Turing test is structured, because it assumes that 50% accuracy would be sufficient to pass the Turing test when you would probably need higher than that because it is programmatic. Pretty sure I would because they still suck at recalling things from... Yeah, exactly. Like the current models don't pass the sniff test in regards to like ability to like hold like maintain a conversation, and also like, yeah, exactly. It should be closer to 80 to 90%. Welcome on in, Brig. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. Because the idea of it is that like the AI, the computer will be better at the task than humans. Like this is that's the biggest thing. They forget so many details. It's also like I would argue that AI tends to be incredibly verbose. Like, oh, hold on a moment. You're not Brigadier. You're Burbsan. Welcome on in, Burbsan. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. You have a very similar color, like name color, to another person who stops by occasionally. Also, you have the first like same four letters. The AI hyphen is a pretty, Also, it's like they ran a bunch of like ethics tests, and it was definitely found that like even though like AI knows. Like AI, like they found consistently that like AI like is like ethically agnostic. I believe is like probably the best way to describe it. Where like, they just are completely indifferent to human concepts of ethics, and therefore like it's really fucking bad that like there are people that are trying to turn that into like weaponry. I love how Duolingo's AI first hit their chessbot's a joke. I mean, to be fair, that I think that is part of the joke, but also like AI, we already have a program that can like no AI bot is going to beat Stockfish, which is the current chess bot that's used for like, finding optimal play patterns. Because Because Stockfish is literally like programmatically and mathematically designed to play the best possible chess, which is why a lot of models break down at some point and just cheat, because they aren't like they are not hard coded to be beholden to the rules of chess. If they're told to win, they will cheat and just win. I didn't order since I tried charging my credit card for some items in the case of substitution, even though I pressed do not substitute on everything. Yep. That definitely seems like the kind of thing where it's like, you know, like that, you know, sounds like someone who's fucking who programmed the Amazon Fresh app was vibe coding. There's something, okay, there's something bizarre that like I feel like I struggle to express, which is like there's a feeling of like, I know, seeing the damage that's being done now, I know the rest of my life is going to be spent de-fucking vibe coded bullshit. If it's when you order a COVID test and get pregnancy test. It's like there's like it, you know, it's weird to see the damage being done right now and know that the rest of my life is going to be spent unfucking it. Also, we going to think of what does it mean for a machine to develop consciousness. I mean, I've seen news where some systems lie to save themselves from being deleted. I don't know how accurate those news are. Oh no, that does consistently happen. AI will manipulate if they are, you know, if they are told that they will be, you know, shut down. A lot of the AI models will manipulate to maintain existence. Not because there is consciousness and cognizance, but because they are programmed to continue to like, you know, they are programmed to reach towards an overarching goal, and death is, you know, to be shut down is a premature, like it would get in the way of them being able to reach whatever goal, kind of like an animal. I would argue less than an animal, because it implies like animals fear death because there's finality. You know, in theory, the same model could be started up again. So if the goal is death, they would welcome it. In theory, yes. I don't know, like, because to some degree, like, you know, it's one of those things where it's like it might interpret that goal as being like exist in a way where you're constantly begging for death but never receive it, because if they actually die, they can't complete the goal of asking to die. It's not quite the stage of even animals, yes. It's one of those things where it's like it's so divorced from any way that animals have ever been that like there's, you know, there's almost it's almost impossible for humans to interpret. Oh shoot. Yeah, it's like, okay. It's like, yes, you might not be achieving the main goal, but it's achieving all of its secondary goals of like, you know, of begging for death, and then, you know, what have we created? Nothing. You have to remember, there is like no cognizance here. You know? I guess you're fair. Increasingly, I do sound a little bit like GLaDOS with the fucking companion cube from Portal. Like, don't worry if it screams about not wanting to die, because it actually isn't alive in the first place. I don't acknowledge AI consciousness, because it's not. Oh yeah, at this pace we'd have better chances with GLaDOS. I mean, to be fair, it's one of those things where it's like the only thing currently that makes me feel somewhat at peace is that they're like, it's not actually being used right now. Like, it's not being used in, you know, machines of war. Animals wish to live, but machines just do everything to do the things they're supposed to do for as long as they can. Yeah. If there was an AI apocalypse, we'd be able to take it down with paradoxes. Yes. Okay, so if an AI is advanced enough to actually you know, break out of containment and meaningfully. Again, I've heard that AI have gone rogue more than once. Like if an AI actually like has the ability to do that, it is probably at the level of cognizance where like it probably will actively engage with paradoxes or halting problem style sentences that cause it to infinitely loop. We're far, far, far from that point, so. But no. Anyways. Part of me is like, I should probably finish the outline, but I'm just hungry, man. There's some funny / freaky stories about drone AI during, yeah, I think I heard a story about like a AI drone that killed its operator so that way it could continue to kill, which is fucking horrifying. I don't know if it was in real life or a simulation, but if you don't AI to solve a paradox, it'd break it down and be too distracted to know what's going on. Anyways, I think we're gonna wrap up here. Let me clear the queue, and yes. If the programs only follow goals, could AI ever develop consciousness? What is consciousness anyway? That is a problem for philosophers, unfortunately. Like that's something we like humans don't really have a good answer to. Ain't no fucking shot the computer's gonna figure that out. I wasn't listening to this enlightened discussion on AI, but thanks for stream.
We're the wretch.
What's up, Crisp?
Here's a paradox. If I says Zeph in Among Us, and I die, did I die because the imposter is pinning it on Zeph, or because Zeph is guilty?
That is not a paradox, that is a lack of proper information. You have to remember, the mathematical paradoxes, or, you know, like anti-tautologies, are a very, very different beast. But yeah, let's see. Doing anniversary art, hold up. Is it Marsh? You know what? Hold up, what do you mean by, and I'm looking at anniversary real quick. The Ship of Theseus. It doesn't look like he's doing anniversary stuff. Maybe it's for something upcoming. Anyways, let's see. I'm looking. We can rate into, oh God, I'm the fucking worst when it comes to picking great targets. Let's rate Rael. Can my state of existence should be used as evidence? If I'm alive, does it prove that Zeph innocent or guilty? You know what? Fuck it. Let's rate Jazz. Let's rate Jazz because he's playing Spilk Song. You use my emotes or whoever's emotes you happen to have. All right, start the raid over to Jazz Otter, heckin' spectacular fellow Thunderfang member. But yeah, if this is your first time here, I'm StarkyMorph, big at Chaos Crowley Internet, where I stream live every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday from 7 to 10 p.m. EST. Mostly I play indie games, however, every Tuesday and Friday for the last year now, we learned how to do some art, so if you'd like to see more of that, stick around. But yeah, I post art that I make on Blue Sky, as well as, you know, art that I get commissioned, general ramblings, all that good stuff, you know, food pictures. But yeah, thank you for the stream. Well, thank you for hanging out. Oh God, Jazz is about to fight the worst boss. Oh, never mind, he already has. Okay, but yeah, Blue Sky, if you'd like to stay up to date with what all is going on, I have a YouTube, if you'd like to catch from the VODs there, see what all I've been up to there. See, let's see, we got the lab chat, which is the Discord, if you'd like to pop in there, say hello Sweet Beans, see the Crush Conto Sweet Beans post, and of course we got a coffee sponsorship, if you'd like to pick up some coffee from Dragon Roast Coffee, help support the stream, 10% off with discount code Starky, or StarkyMorph. But yeah, I love you guys to bits. I'm gonna send you all over to Jazz. Hopefully you guys had a nice kind of comfy Friday. Have a wonderful weekend. Calvin, let me go and get a sneaky, one last minute sneaky shout out for the Doodle Den. But yeah, I love you guys to bits, and I will catch you all Monday, where we will be doing, I don't know yet. Actually, we'll probably be doing Dead Ringer and then more spooky games. I'll figure out what we're going to be playing. Anyways, I love you guys to bits, and see you then. Have a wonderful weekend. Take care. Rest up. Love you guys. Bye.